Assalamu alaikum. Okay, friends. So just like we created a vendor as a business partner, or business partner as a vendor. Now in this video we shall see how to create a customer as a business partner. So the same transition in the Fury, and most of the things are same. Of course, the address and the personal items related to the customer or a vendor will be their own items. So we don't need to get confused in those. So I just keep the things simple, same as most of the things are keeping them same as for the vendor, just to keep the things simple. So maybe the name is uh, Easy Foundation, for example, our customer, and search term, for example, was 0. You should enter your own user ID as a search term when you will create a customer. Street and house number, let's say it's so 220. Postal code, I remember it was 8 something or 5 something. Yes, it was 5347. City was, I remember. So it's open. You can type anything, ABCD, and the country was US, and the region was Minnesota, and moving on to the language was English. So just keeping the language same as it was, English, and there was nothing else to be mentioned here. And I recall then we have to go to the company code data. So we have to go, okay, I'm sorry, we have to set this to FI customer. The role has to be the FI customer. So the role is to be FI customer, create. So the system automatically goes to the create FI customer, and then we say it's a company. The name is ABCD, and the search term was 000, and street number, house number was keeping it same as that we did for the vendor. So these are the open fields, except for the postal code. It has to be specific to the region we are actually uh, applying, the region in which the state, the US state, has to be very specific. So this state and this postal code has to be very specific. So these are the two things you need to worry about. Rest of the things you can enter yourself. So the language is English, and then we need to go further down, potentially. So there is no company code data here. So then you go to the company code specific data. So when you go to the company code data, the important thing is which company code you are assigning this customer. So this is US 00. Pressing enter will open up the reconciliation account. So the only technical thing which has to be different here is the reconciliation account, because the reconciliation account in the vendor was linking the vendors to the payables, and it was straight payables in our case. Over here it has to link to the receivables. So let's see how many reconciliation accounts are found by F4. So trade account receivable, this is the control account to which we can connect this customer, and there are many others created by different students. So we just keep the general account created for us, and there is nothing else to be mentioned here except for, I think, for the payment terms we can mention the payment terms 0001, pay immediately, um, or just make it, I think, 0002. So make it 0002, so we can also apply the credit control functionalities later on. And having done this, we just save it, and system will either pop up with some message or save it. So on the status bar you can see that the business partner so and so has been created. So one very important thing which is that has to, okay friends, so the important thing that I wanted to show you here is that we are in the FI customer role, general data FI customer role, and if you go over here, customer general data, within the FI customer role, you will see a customer number here 25180, and similarly if there's a vendor, you will see the vendor number here in the vendor general data. So just keep in mind that the business partner number and customer number or vendor number are different numbers assigned differently. When we actually post different transactions, for example, if you post a vendor invoice, you need to mention the vendor ID, not the business partner ID. Similarly, when you post a customer invoice, you need to mention the customer ID, not the business partner ID. So this is something very fine you need to keep into consideration, because business partner is an umbrella term, and the business partner number has been is serial, and its numbering scheme is a different scheme, whereas the role of a business partner, whether it's a customer or vendor, has its unique ID of a role ID, customer number or vendor number. And when we actually do transactions with these vendors or customers, we actually need to mention the role specific ID, which is either a customer ID or a vendor ID. So you recall when you did the vendor invoicing part in Fury, the vendor ID has to be the vendor number, not the business partner ID, and similarly for the customers. So hope this is clear. This way we can create customers as well. And now in the other videos, we shall see how to post different transactions to the customer that we have created.